What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. We are back today with the Zwilling Enfinigy toaster. This is a 4-slice toaster, but it's long like that. That's pretty cool, huh? We unboxed this the other day. Today we're going to give it the old Amy Learns to Cook test and review, right? We're going to be toasting stuff, and we're going to be trying to solve a challenge I have with my homemade bread. I'm hoping this toaster can do that. So welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So the other day we unboxed this beautiful toaster. So this is the Zwilling Enfinigy. Zwilling has a whole line of small appliances, and this is their absolutely beautiful toaster. So I just want to thank Zwilling for sending this over for us to try out. We're going to do some basic toasting on some basic bread. We're going to try out an issue I have with my homemade bread, and then we're going to make us a BLT sandwich, right? So this toaster, look at how beautiful this is. For starters, right? Your appliances in your house need to be beautiful, and that's what this is. It has this dial here. You have 7 settings on this dial. It has a bagel setting, it has a warming setting, and it has a defrost setting. So this has everything you need for a toaster, right? But what's great about this toaster is it has long slots, right? So your toasts don't sit 1, 2, 3, 4. They sit 1, 2, 1, 2. And what is great about this configuration? If you have a big, long piece of bread, it will toast in here. My biggest problem with my 4-slice toaster that is this way, many times I have bread that's too long for it. So I'm like flipping around and moving it. This comes into play big time with my homemade bread. So I made this loaf of beautiful, this is my homemade egg bread, and stay tuned for this, right? One major problem I have a lot of times with my homemade bread is the pieces are significantly bigger than a regular loaf. That is because many times when I'm letting my bread rise on that second rise, I'm off doing something else. So my bread ends up rising too much, and then it lifts in the oven, and I get these huge slices. My biggest problem with my current toaster is that the slots are not deep enough, so the toast will only come to here. So you have this sticking out. This top part doesn't get toasted, right? That's a challenge for me. So we're going to see if this toaster can solve this problem. So let me go grab a common loaf of bread. Okay, so I wanted to toast different toasting levels. There's 7 levels. I don't think I really want to do like every level because I don't want that much toast. But we're going to start down on low, and we're going to see what this toaster can do. So I have just standard everyday toast here, and we're going to go ahead and put 2 pieces in here. So one thing that's great about this toaster is when you lower this down and the toast pops up, it has a lifter. So if you lift this, it lifts the thing up so you can get the toast out really easily. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and put this. I have this down. I'm going to put it on a 2. Let's see what happens. Very nice pop-up. Usually, I've had toasters that literally will pop the toast out of the toaster onto the counter or floor, right? So this is a 2. This is going to be for those people who like only the very bare minimum level of toast. And it's going to be kind of hard to see that because it's very light. So what we have is we have the crispy toast of there, but it's very light. So that is our light setting. Look at that, beautifully toasted. So this time I'm going to put it on a 4. And I think I want to put the bread this way too, on one side, to see how it performs. So this is a 4. Very nice. Very nicely toasted. Look at that. That looks really good. That's the other side. That looks very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over here. Woo! If you only put 1 in here, and we're going to crank this baby up to 7, see what happens. So, whoa, that is for the person who loves nice dark toast. There are people that like their toast really dark. So, there you go. Woo! So here's our little toast roundup, right? We have the very lightly toasted, just feels toasted when you touch it, but has very little browning. That's a 2. Here you have a medium toast, looks very nice. This is a 4, nice and even across here. And then you have, for the dark toast lovers, you have a 7. So you have that nice crispy dark texture, very crispy and crunchy. Yes, I think it did a great job. So one question is, can this toaster solve my homemade bread issue? Because if you look at my homemade bread, you will see that it is significantly bigger than this toast. This happens to me all the time when I'm making homemade bread. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. So can it toast my homemade bread? Yes, it can! Look at the toast is clear down there. Usually when I'm toasting my homemade bread, like the bread is sticking up here. So the bottom half of the bread gets toasted and the top half does not. This toaster gets my big thumbs of approval because it can fit my homemade bread. Very nice. A nice medium toast on that bread. This toaster can toast my big old pieces of homemade bread. Take this out. Let me do one more set and then we can make our BLTs. It's time for BLT. We've got homemade bread here and we're going to make us a delicious sandwich. So we're going to put some mayo on here. Gotta have mayo on a BLT, sorry. And quite a bit of that at that. We got some beautifully cooked bacon. I cooked this on a sheet pan in the oven. Comes out nice and flat if you do that. Just put the bacon on a sheet pan with a piece of parchment paper on it and put a rack on it. That's quite a bit of bacon. How about some tomato?
Yeah, so we can balance out some of the bacon.
2 big slices of tomato, some beautiful lettuce on here. Lettuce. Give her a topper there. Wow, okay. Now that's a BLT. You want to cut it straight or this way?
Surprise me.
Whoa, nice crispy bacon on there. Nice crispy bacon on that BLT.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. What do you think about that, Bill?
I think it's kind of pretty.
He's over there, he's got his choppers going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make me a quick. I'm actually only gonna make me a half. How about that? A half a BLT. Mayo. Got some nice bacon here. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Got a nice tom-tom. Yeah. And some nice lettuce. Yep. Yep. That's a half a BLT. Okay, cooks, this is the best part of the day, right? We get to eat a BLT.
Mm-hmm.
Looks amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. So the bread is nicely toasted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. A BLT is one of the best sandwiches there is, huh? That's fantastic. Cook you up some bacon real quick. Throw your bread into the Zwilling. Fantastic. Thanks, Zwilling. That's delicious. Oh, Mario. I gotta go eat my sandwich. Happy Wednesday.